Hello and welcome to the channel and welcome to another Doctor Who reaction. This is season 12 episode 9 and it is called Ascension of the Cybermen. I'm glad I got that right. In my head I keep thinking Daleks. Ascension of the Cyberman. Logic would dictate that this is the first part of a two-part finale because season finales are usually two parts, but they're not always. So this might be a standalone. But given the fact that the lone Cyberman came in last episode, I'm thinking not. Okay, so last episode, The Haunting of Villa Diodati. What can I say about it apart from it was absolutely brilliant. Even without the Cyberman introduction, I thought it was a really good story. It was dark, it was intense, it was historically accurate to some degree. Okay, it was a predictable storyline. The core of it was predictable. But then again, when we're dealing with this particular moment in history, there's not that many ways you can fashion the story, I suppose. But I think they did a really good job all round. Music, effects. The Cyberman was effectively creepy. With the decayed look. The outer armour being, well, looking like it was made up of it was a Frankenstein monster of Cyberman, basically. And I thought the design of that was exceptionally good, and the character of it was dark. Especially when he's having that moment with Shelley, Mary Shelley, and she starts talking about his children and his family. And there's just this glimmer of humanity, only to be overrun immediately with the lines that he slit his children's throats when they joined the resistance. Was it the resistance? Was it the rebellion? Alliance? Either way, there's some big storyline developed. And it's all tied in with the Timeless Child as well. And the Master, how does he fit into all this? And the destruction of Gallifrey and Dr. Ruth. There's so many loose ends to tie up. Are we going to get some answers in this episode, or are we going to just get more questions? Is all of that going to be wrapped up this season, or is it going to be held over to next season? Well, Ascension of the Cybermen. I suppose that, I mean, from what Captain Jack was saying in the Fugitive of the Judoon, there's two sides, there's two ends to this story. The big cyber wars, the Cybermen overrunning the galaxy almost, and then coming to some cataclysmic end until there was just one lone Cyberman who was sent back in time, obviously to get the Cyberium, which contained all their battle plans and history and everything. I really don't know how all this fits together. I suppose just get on with it and let the story play out. I think that's the only way. See what happens. Even if we don't get answers, I'm still hoping for a Dr. Ruth appearance so we can get just a little bit more information about her and about where she all fits in. I mean, I did have the thought that she might be the 13th Doctor, and that we've actually been following the 14th Doctor because of some weird timey-wimey, some rubbish theory.
And every empire falls.
True.
But that which is dead can live again in the hands of a believer.
Ooh. Baby in the middle of the track. I'm guessing that Brendan is going to turn out to be either the Timeless Child or the lone Cyberman. But how?
2 cyber shuttles, just landing. Who's in charge?
I guess I am, as much as anyone is.
Fought Cybermen before?
No, we've run from them.
Escape craft?
Damaged in planetfall. I've been trying to fix it, but we've got no spare parts. I've botched built a couple.
Finish your last story. Get everybody into the buildings and tell them do not run. Cyber drones.
Oh, okay then. Cyber drones, so just use their heads. Or are they empty shells? He's dead.
No! Get down!
So few of you now. Should I let you live? You could tell a tale. Speak of their deaths. Of my power to every other species. And the Cybermen will rise again.
Not if I have anything to do with it. Run! Go!
Oh,
Doctor! We got Fanyas and Graham! I saw them get on
that
the
was
rampart.
easy.
They're gone! What?
Concentrate, Ryan. We have to get out of here. How fast are you feeling? Come on.
Are we gonna steal their ship?
Yes, we are! Hot wire in the cyber fighter.
You sure there's not other Cybermen still on board?
Of course. Which makes it trickier, unless you may.
Has he dyed his hair from ginger to dark?
Why do you want to be a guard, Brendan?
He wants to serve.
Best leave the lad speak for himself. Hey, Pat.
Right.
I was with him the day he found you. Look at you now.
Not getting where that fits in.
For this lot. I'm gonna get back to the dock and land. And what boundary are you talking about?
Supposedly a way out of this galaxy. A gateway, a direct route out of here into another random part of the universe.
Okay, a
Get through
wormhole.
there, the Cybermen can't follow. The boundary patterns are never the same twice. It's our best hope of safe harbor.
Energy positing's cratering. Didn't I say you were pushing it too hard?
Programmed in the destination of Koshamas. That's where the others will be heading. No, if this is warp drive, we'll get there before them. I've been scanning, but I can't see them. Maybe we're already ahead.
He knows a lot about working a
You know
cyber
this?
ship.
First thing my dad taught me. How to hijack cyber ships. How to take them apart. How to burn them to the ground.
Oh.
The Cyberium does know you. Both you and humanity will be destroyed, and I shall bring the cyber race to its greatest ever glory.
By absorbing a
Quite
Time
against
Lord.
humanity, especially considering you used to be one.
When the glorious Cyber Empire arrived, I was a willing recruit. At first, I cursed myself, hid in the shadows, ashamed. But now I understand. I was not discarded. I was chosen to revive the glory of the cyber race.
There's no
Whoa.
glory in being a Cyberman, and there's definitely no glory in you.
I am the perfect vessel. Everything is in me for the ascension of the Cybermen. All your deaths. The death of everything is within me.
Oh my god. I think he actually thinks he's becoming the god of the Cybermen. It does sound. It did sound rather messianic.
Everybody gets their stuff back.
Oh. Suppose the only question is, where did he come from now? How did it... Huh?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
But how?
Which way did he go?
Okay, how's he fine? How did that happen? He's obviously not human.
Calling Koshamas. Anyone hear me?
Kashavin.
Anyone there? Koshamas. Talk to me. Please? What I'd give for a friendly voice right now. Go on, please. Shuttle. Calling Koshamas.
Koshamas. It sounds a little bit like Kasavin.
Koshamas responding. This is Koshamas.
Koshamas?
You're a person.
Not a planet.
Who are you? What do you want?
We're human. We've come to cross the boundary.
No, I don't think so.
What do you mean?
There are no more humans.
Well, we've got news for you. First things first, we're on a stolen cyber ship, but we're not Cybermen, we're friendly, and there's more on the way.
Yes, but the cybers ships are going to follow.
Is this a cyber ship? War carrier. We get this working, it can get us to Koshamas.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
What was it carrying?
Yes. Troops, obviously. Ridiculous amounts of troops and war machines.
This was a troop carrier.
Yeah,
Soldiers to the
obviously.
front.
That looks like quite a
Fresh Cybermen
jazzy
ready
new
to
look.
fight. Warrior class.
And there's millions of them.
There's got to be over 1,000 Cybermen in here.
Well, they are relentless, aren't they, in their hunt?
Abandoned no longer. Ascension is near.
Uh-oh.
The ascension shall begin.
They upgrading them. Or killing them.
Carrying a Cyberman that makes other Cybermen scream.
Yeah, that is scary.
Because that's just the sea.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I bet it's a trap. It leads right to a cyber factory. And it's been sending millions to their death over the years.
Last way out of this galaxy.
It's a sad day for us all here. But if any man can be said to have earned a peaceful retirement, it's our Brendan.
Oh wow, Brendan's an
On
old
behalf
man
of the
now.
local community, and everyone past and present who you've helped.
What's his dad doing there? And his dad's still young.
Well, Brendan, would you mind coming with us to the back office?
Yep. There we go. Oh my god, this is going to end. Just as it's getting exciting.
What is that?
That's not possible.
A Gallifrey!
I've never seen it look like that before.
What's it showing a Gallifrey?
That's Gallifrey. How is Gallifrey here?
Yeah. What?
That's a good entrance.
It certainly was.
Be afraid, Doctor. Because everything is about to change.
No.
Doctor.
Okay, so that was a lot to take in, wasn't it? The Ascension of the Cybermen. I'm gonna hold judgment on the episode until we've seen next week's, because it was quite obvious that that was a first part of a two-parter. Yeah, because we got no answers whatsoever. We just got more and more questions. So first off, Brendan. I rather liked his story. That was a unusual start, and it was nice to see Ireland. Ireland doesn't get shown enough in Doctor Who, I don't think. But what was Brendan? We saw snippets of his life, or was that his whole life? Were we just sort of like skipping in, seeing various parts of as he grew up? Or was his life like a dream, where he just jumped from one age to another? A bit like Miss Evangelista described Donna's alternative reality in Silence of the Library. He also got shot, fell off a cliff, and came back to life. Not regenerated like a Time Lord. It was more like the way Captain Jack comes back to life. Could he be somehow related to Captain Jack? Where did he come from? Who put his cradle in the middle of that tract for his dad to find? Why was a young version of his dad there to greet him at his retirement? Why did he go willingly to have his memory wiped? I personally think that that little baby was the Timeless Child. He could be the lone Cyberman. Maybe the lone Cyberman and the Timeless Child are one and the same thing. Maybe two different names for the same entity. And how does Captain Jack fit into this? Probably not at all. But how does the Master fit into this? Is it purely a coincidence that the Master suddenly appeared at this time, at this place? I don't think so. That looks like it was arranged. So where has the Master been all this time? Trapped in the Kasavin world? Or has he been out and about? Why did the gateway show Gallifrey and the Master jumped through straight after that? So was the Master on Gallifrey at the time? How does this all relate? Who is the old Guardian? I can't remember his name. Who is he? Is he a grown-up version of Brendan? I don't know. Possibly. What's happened to Yaz and Graham and all the rest of them? Are they facing certain death at the hands of the Cybermen? There's too many questions and not enough answers in this episode. But it was really, really good. It was intense. Cybermen were done really well. The music was just... It literally... The music had this attraction. It kept pulling me towards the screen and towards the edge of my seat. It set the mood absolutely brilliantly. This new composer, I had my doubts whether he could take on Murray Gold's mantle, but this new composer is good. Really, really good. And now we've got next week, and I haven't looked at the next time, so I don't know what's coming. And hopefully it will remain that way until the next episode airs, so I can go into it absolutely fresh. There's probably loads of stuff in that I haven't noticed yet. I think it's going to take a second or maybe even a third watch to possibly garner more information. But that's where I feel at the moment. The baby is the Timeless Child. The old guy is Brendan grown up and possibly immortal since he's survived this long. He's got some sort of Captain Jack ability, or maybe he's he's got the ability to bring himself back to life without regeneration. Like he's a Time Lord product. Not necessarily a Time Lord, but like a Time Lord 3.0. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be loads and loads of theory videos coming up about what all this even means. And where the Ruth Doctor fits into this. Does she fit into this? Was the Ruth Doctor just a throwaway just to keep us guessing for ever? My mind is blown. Oh, okay, I've got to sign off now. I really literally cannot think of anything more to add. I'll see you next time for the finale. Until then, keep well. Catch you later. I'm seriously impressed by Chibnall's writing this season. And Chibnall's choice of scripts. So much more of an improvement on season 11 that I want to watch season 11 again to really find out whether I did dislike it or not.